mental health advice comedy podcast that turns into true crime because every story unfortunately involves like a murder or a suicide or an accidental murder and shit like that. Like everyone thought I was a gimmick and I tried to say, oh, I'm a gimmick, I'm a character to be accepted by you, but I don't give a shit anymore. People
you seem like you don't care. It seems like it's not on the tip of your mind.
I feel like MK Ultra is going to use me as a patsy for a mass murder, so I'm trying to work with them and think maybe we do a comedy club because shooting up a comedy club is inherently funny because you can't take it seriously.
Wait, did you attack Chris Red?
What?
It's all right.
Shooters only.
We were right there. We were right there.
Well, I'm hanging
I love
on
it.
your
You're like, yo, can you guys say his name? Because that's fine, but I can't.
No, like if there's guys putting hits out on comics, like, hey, I'm hiring guy who brass knuckled people.
Jim Norton tomorrow night. Just so
1,000K, I'll hit your cash app.
Doggy.
Now I started a new movement. Here's my business card. orangefego.com.
Like you think I'm an old Jew now? Here it is. Here's how you make a pipe.
How many samurai swords
You
do you
fill
have?
it with gasoline. I need a 5-second fuse to throw it. I can't have it explode in my head. I'll look
I don't
silly.
need
I'll look like
I
a
guess you're
clown.
right, dude. If I do,
It's like
you do shake a lot, dude. Like,
imagine a clown pulling his balloon right in front of his own face.
Yeah.
That's what it'd be like. Saying I need to get more successful,
No, I
which
think
means
Random
I need
deserves
to
it.
shoot someone in the audience while I'm on stage.
Yeah.
I'll
Honestly,
be the
I don't
comedy
think you
hero.
would get past our building security, to be honest. Though.
No, you can do pat downs. I'm fine with it.
I think random knows ways to enter like ducks in like the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, like I'm Die Hard.
She was putting dollars in.
$4 to nut into a fat Dominican girl's face.
Just sell 3 bags of weed, $60, and you can lowball some fat black hooker.
No.
$60.
Do you lowball hookers?
I used to when I was like 16.
$1.
You say,
I can't
Natalie,
do that.
Random's face looks enough like a lesbian aunt that I feel like you can maybe give him a
You
shot.
guys didn't know that I was going to
Says
transition at
she's a
some
lesbian
point.
girl. Me too.
That's what I'm
Drake,
saying.
Drizzy Drake.
If I'm trans, then all the other comics that cancel or blacklist, that's discrimination.
Random,
So.
relax.
No, I'm just getting that point out there.
Let him work his game. He was so close.
Gave me blow.
More
I
of
think
a
Random hides his blow in a sweet and low packet.
Yeah.
pretty smart. Actually.
No, what I'm saying is, like, if I'm the guy who's offering blow and Klonopin and kratom from Malaysia and comics hate me, that
You
makes
think it's the
comics
fentanyl
suck.
issue? People just think it's fentanyl.
Oh, you think I'm secretly killing people?
Yeah, let me watch you do this first.
Also, it's not like
You got into comedy, they said, oh, women like to be called sluts and degraded. So that feminist video, I was literally trying to make them come.
That's
I was
so funny
"You
that was
fucking
your comedy advice.
No, Natalie Cuomo. I was just trying to make her hot.
all right,
Sorry.
it's fine.
All right, anonymous woman in the video.
So,
I was trying to make the Serbian bitch come.
so
You think her pussy
give
was
me
getting wet?
advice. Give me advice, dude. If you don't do a Batman segment on Dark Knights moving forward,
No, because it's about the Roman Catholic Dark
you
Night
have
of the
to
Soul.
understand how funny that is, though.
But the
Trust me
podcast. No, because it's a woman's podcast because it's true crime and mental health, and then we make dark jokes here because like we both had a decent amount of pedophiles in our life. Both like grew up in
There's
cults
more than
and shit.
one.
Yeah.
A decent amount.
Yeah.
Anybody ever plugged anything more?
No, he plugs.
There must be some
He
sort
knows
of
the
record.
smart. Look, I think people should go watch Dark Knights.
It's
Random,
not even. I get booked once a year because there's some issues. So,
He has a bag of coke in his hand. He goes, "There's some issues."
You just put green powder in your mouth like 5 minutes ago.
yeah, it feels good.
I love it, dude. I love it. Wow, man.
You're
Dark
with
Knights
Lizzie
podcast,
and Random.
The documentary's still out. See, here's the thing. I also had a blog. I have my philosophy for comedy because I wanted to give that speech to Shane Gillis to debate Andrew Yang from 2019 because I wanted to revolutionize.
your
offense-
plugs.
It is a plug. It's a video that I want the whole world to see. It's my spiritual and philosophical beliefs about stand-up comedy and offensive jokes and how it's actually a healing elixir like psychic alchemy. And that video, as well as the documentary, Mark Random's comedy elixir philosophy. That it's just interesting. I wanted to rebrand offensive comedy.
All right, so Ryan.
They evaluate his company and they're like, technically you don't have the company anymore. But like if he makes it somewhere else, it'll be worth.
Who
you know.
You don't
evaluates
think
the
you're gonna be able
companies,
to buy
Ryan?
Yeezys in 2
Who
years from
evaluates
now?
the companies, Ryan?
He doesn't like the people who evaluate the
Name
company.
names,
No,
Ryan.
come on. Who evaluates the company?
Last names, please. Was it a Smith, Ryan?
Yeah.
Was it a Goldberg?
I mean, look, there's
A Weinstein. That's what I hate about the outrage of Kanye West, right? So all the like Howard Stern, all these shocking people are against it, but my whole issue with it is people feel like they're for shocking comedy, but they want to be the shock one. Like, let's hypothetically say an unlikable comic did like stand up and a dance at Auschwitz. People like Ari Shaffir or Tim Dillon would hate that comic because it wasn't them.
Are you talking about yourself?
Yeah, he is. He did a music video. In fact, play it.
Yeah. By the way,
like, you know,
Cosby's innocent though.
but I'm not.
He is.
We're waiting for the name part at the end. This is Mark or RanDoM.
No, but
Mark.
like I get like I was gonna name my album. I was going to name my comedy album Hitler's Paintings on the idea, but it's a metaphor of like sometimes you want something in life, but it doesn't turn out how you want it. Like Hitler just wanted a bunch of people to be like, oh, look at that nice painting by Adolf. Like that's all he wanted, but God had different plans for him. So I feel like that's like with me because I would try
to be a legend.
With God.
God had a plan to make him a true
God
legend.
is fucking based.
thought I was the savior.
He's singing
of
"Staying
Jewish-
Alive" at Auschwitz,
No,
which
I-
is funny.
Yeah.
Unquestionably funny.
Wait, you actually went to Auschwitz?
Yes,
Yeah, I
please
was
play the
on a
video.
European comedy tour. I only did like 5 places, but I called it a European.
Did they kick
comedy.
you out?
Not yet. I know this is gonna be. I know I'm gonna be charged for like hate speech or some shit in the
No,
future.
maybe in Germany for sure, but
Yeah.
you'll be all set in America.
Yeah.
Do you have it, Shannon?
Yeah.
Mark RanDoM, the Yeezy sympathizer.
But like, it's
You
only,
should call it at Auschwitz and call it and Dank.
No, but it's. I thought I was the Jewish Messiah because I thought I was having a psychotic episode, and I thought that Jewish people, the reason they were that way is because they didn't have a Messiah.
Ryan, what do you think about going to do streeters?
The reason is yar what yar.
Ryan, what do you think about going to do streeters at Auschwitz?
No, but I thought if they had a savior that like they would, all religions unite. So I thought, oh, I must be this Hebrew Messiah. Because think about it, banned from 109 comedy clubs. Like
Yeah, that's a good title
It's
for
like
an
Christ.
album.
Yeah, that's
Banned from
good.
109
Just like
comedy
Jesus.
clubs.
Why? Where'd you get the number 109?
You don't know?
come on.
I don't know.
I've said it on this podcast like twice.
It's the amount
That's probably
of
why I'm
places
not
Jews
in the
have been
amount of
room.
countries
Oh,
that-
I see.
Amount of-
It's not countries. I always thought it was.
I thought it was countries they started
I thought
central
so
banking
too.
systems
I
in.
always thought it was countries too, and then I was like, I wonder. And then you look at it, and it's like, no, a lot of them are like cities.
I think Jews should be banned at all. So I'm the savior. I'm going to bring Jews salvation,
Can we
and I'm
see
going to find them
RanDoM's
love.
song?
Dude, you would
Look at
fucking
this.
get along real nice with the Black Israelites. You guys are really
No,
on
they've
the
only
same
gotten kicked
level.
out of 28 countries. They have like 80 countries before.
No,
the
they're
Jews.
above regular Jews. They're probably like we're 110.
That was
Yeah, we were
Matt-
just talking about this, but like the
Hebrew Messiah or the
What are
most
you looking
recent
for?
music video?
What are you looking for?
Look, my logo is 2 Star
Stop.
Davis.
Stop.
I have the
What are
most
you looking
recent
for?
music video. Is that what we want to watch?
No, we want to watch "Staying Alive" in
How about
Auschwitz.
how about just do the acoustic, have the intro, and I'll do the song live.
Yeah, let's just watch it.
You know what? Fuck
I remember all the lyrics.
it.
Is it on YouTube?
I don't
fuck
see
Mike,
it on
he goes
your
a
YouTube.
cappella.
You know what? Yeah, why don't you do "Staying Alive" karaoke, and then he'll just sing it for us. So
Yeah.
we'll end the show with that.
All right.
Live performance by RanDoM.
There you go.
All right. What's the song called again? Hebrew Messiah.
Yes.
Hebrew Messiah by.
You know the lyrics off the top of your head. Or you gotta pull them up.
He's pulling them up.
Hold on, I'll remember.
Star of Dave.
Oh wait, now you can tell by the way Himmler would talk, he's a prophet man. Ishbin got Jews on the world, and that's not fun. They've been kicked out of 109. Now it's all right, we okay. We can't look the other way. We can try to beat their plan. The Jewish plot's effect on men. Whether you're a goyim or whether you're a Muslim, you be gassing the Jews, gassing the Jews. Feel Hitler taking the European nation, you be gassing the Jews, gassing the Jews. How, gassing the Jews, gassing the Jews. How, gassing the Jews. Oh, Adolf Scott.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching the Realist podcast. We'll be back on Monday with. Whoa! It's random time. Special edition of the Realist podcast, RanDoM's World edition of the Realist podcast. Look out with my special guest co-host for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him from Dark Knight Season 2, starting soon. Mark RanDoM's on the show, making them uncomfortable. So you
No, look at her. She's
Back in the
laughing.
day-
Her face is blushing.
He said if I'm uncomfortable to say muffin, so I've already said
You
it.
already said
What
muffin.
what a nice thing to do. I've
It's an amazing dynamic right now, how you were actually respectful off camera and then started harassing her once we were on camera.
No, this is
Usually
all
it's the exact
random.
opposite.
No. So
in
it's a difference. So
podcast.
the
It was
kill you. It was
No,
pretty
there was
crazy.
more jokes involved than
Sometimes.
just
It
that.
was such a change of conversation. He was like, "Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
doing that."
let-
and then
let
you were
me
like,
get
"So
you
anyway,
blushing
Shannon
again."
saved my life."
Yeah, you're just straight. You jumping from
So
Katie
nice.
Boyle
It's
to
amazing.
Shannon. What happened?
And the red hair one over there, she's really nice too. I wanted to get her something at the store.
And come on, you can't. That is on you. You can't portray this character. That when
It's not
people
a character. It's who I really fucking
No
am.
one thinks
well, then you
it's
can't
real.
portray a psychopathic fucking serial
I'm
killer.
not. You guys are making the jokes that I'm a psychopath.
That's what you-
think stand-up comedy. I'm the comedy god bestowed upon humanity. To
You say stuff so confidently that I'm like, "What did Dave say? Do I understand wrong what he said?"
filmed a comedy special at a venue in North Jersey. Had metal bands. It was 2 crazy nights. The trailer is on my YouTube and on my webpage, markrandom.com. Was a crazy wild night. All my Jersey City people there. Shout out to the company that I signed. Even though they got out of prison for murder, it's all good. They love me and they're backing me now. And I have an indie movie, Hebrew Messiah, that I booked. I mean, I filmed it last December on tour as a rapper and a comedian. It's funny. It's weird. And then I also have, what the fuck else do I have? Dark Knight Season 2 with the UFO investigator. And then I also have a rap album coming out at some point. We are all Mark
That's
Random.
what's up,
MarkRandom.com, YouTube, Mark Random. I love you all.
Because Belfast isn't even Ireland. It's NR Ireland. What does NR Ireland mean?
It's Ireland, but it's in the north of Ireland.
IGGER.
Is that bad?
Be precious with your jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an endless stream we're talking about.
Endless stream.
Endless
Gas
stream, yes.
Gas Digital. The endless stream. See, there you go.
And more stream. And more, not and less. See, wordplay.
So the crazy plane lady. But I've had manic episodes where if it was caught on video, it would be like, I mean, not.
You'd end up on Real Ass Podcast.
I'd probably on Ambien or
A
something.
guy said, no, really, 6 million died.
So she was on Ambien or something.
Explain what's happening. What's happening
I don't
is
think
in
you can.
2024.
As a resident lunatic, please.
I'm going to guess
Explain what
right
happened.
now you are not going to explain what happened.
Okay, what happened is the woman, because 2024, the social climate's going to get so crazy, kind of like when Trump ran for president. 2024.
I
So-
said this. He's stealing my fucking.
No,
he's
what I'm saying
stealing
is
my thing.
angels and demons have started coming to this planet, and me being a 4th dimensional celestial angel, that's against the rules, but they're starting to do that. So people, that's why there's a lot more paranoia, more crime, more riots, more weird things happening, politicians being openly corrupt, and like a very anti-religious, like it's very hostile because demons and the devil
So
is
you
going to
think
come to the world.
anti-religious is bad?
No, yes, but here's what's going to happen: is the devil's going to come to Earth, and then I'm going to play him in mini golf, and all for the soul of humanity, which you can find on my Instagram, my mini golf
We got it.
teacher.
That was your rant.
You will
Okay.
get the living shit kicked out
No,
of you. in
no,
mini golf
oh
by
my
the
God.
devil.
The
You
devil?
don't have a fucking prayer.
Charlie Daniels beat him in fiddling.
No,
That is
he
a
got.
good
He
point.
just
He
wrote a
got-
song and he said he
He
did.
fucking.
Are
the
you as
devil
good?
got-
Are you as good at mini golf as Charlie Daniels is at fiddling?
I'm amazing.
No.
Yeah, I am.
I don't know you, and I'm going to say no.
I bet you're not good at mini golf.
I'm
even
incredible
I
at
bet you're not
mini
even
golf.
slightly good.
The government and all the governments all over the world or whatever are going to make loads of shit happen. Like loads of
Angels and demons.
No. Loads of like a little, like the pandemic or the lady getting on being like, they're not real. Like, so everybody thinks shit is happening. And then they're going to project a like godlike figure in the sky. So then there'll be like one government. So it's to like it's to fool everybody into thinking loads of bad shit is happening, so then they'll all become religious and look at one God. Now, this is just a conspiracy theory. It's called the Blue Theory. I don't believe in it, but I love
It's called
this
Project
side of
Bluebeam.
TikTok.
That's why Hebrew
Project
Messiah. That's the
Bluebeam.
name of my comedy special, Hebrew Messiah.
But
And
you
Savior
believe
of
that stuff
them.
because you
No.
believe in demons.
No,
You're
but I
falling for it.
believe that I'm the person that they're going to use.
50 minutes of that real movie, and I loved it.
Dr. Demento ripoff.
Well, no, it
Oh,
was
what
playing
a
Dr.
70s
Come on,
reference.
why you
Dr.
gotta be such a
Demento was
naysayer?
in. Dr. Demento was in the
This is a
movie.
joke.
I know. I'm joking
I know,
too.
I
Yeah,
know.
I like the
We've
fact
had
that he calls you
this
Kate. Though.
He's
I
negging
like
you
that.
with your name.
And he already asked
about
me, and I
Kay?
said no, it's KT.
No,
and
that
now
was
he's
Mark.
going completely.
That was Mark.
The
I'll
opposite.
Please call him Marky.
How about KK?
No,
Do you
no.
like KK?
Oh my God.
I'll be the third K. We got this.
But you'd never ask.
Yeah.
Is
no.
your mom single?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to her in like 17 years.
Hell yeah. Abandoned parents.
I had. Who has that much to lose?
Oh yeah, not having a Twitter gives you carte blanche to be a monster in
Yeah,
society.
dude. If I was just like a dude like working at a gas station, I'd fucking come home every night and I'd crack my girlfriend in the skull for fun.
I think treating women like princesses and queens is where I go.
Here comes the beheading joke.
Whatever
'Cause
the
he's a
fuck No
writer.
Filter Paul is.
You're talking about needing a writer. I was like, oh, No
Guys,
Filter Paul
I need
does
you to
that.
dox and destroy No Filter Paul. Share bed would technically mean.
Ask Michael Jackson.
Do they mean like they slept and
Yeah,
nothing
you
happened.
finally got one. Fucking Mark got one today.
No, I got 3. No one just heard them.
If no one laughs, you didn't get one.
No, because they don't hear it, because I'm a 4th dimensional angel. But the audience will get it.
We hear all. This would have been 100%. The men would have had to sleep in one bed and the women in another.
Yeah.
That's what civilized people used to do.
Lincoln style.
I mean, he could have.
It's like that when I did make that one joke of, cutting the head, I said, I was just throwing the ball up in the air so you could hit it, because it's not about me being funny. It's about the show being funny. So you could have said, cut the head off, and I was like, no, I just threw the ball in the air and you
So
hit
you actually made that all happen.
I understand how to do like
That is beautiful.
I'm going to wet myself. It's too funny.
That was wild.
You Sven-Gollied a joke out of this.
I should have went to the toilet like
And
3
that was a
times before this
callback.
episode.
that was a callback too.
Dougie, I love it. Honestly, this is what it's beautiful fucking podcasting with Random.
This is like watching a Ken Burns documentary on joke writing.
back premise at this point, but the reality is like
Women are
I said this to my girl. See, Skittles is now blasted over its new pro-LGBTQ packaging. I mean, it's Skittles. It's the taste of the rainbow, baby. Boy, I'm a hack. Fuck, I'm going to kill myself. Ah!
You dovetailed with Mark. It's the end of your career. Well, wait. What's this gay packaging?
As Pride specifically.
Yeah, and then it has the brown. It has like the flag, the other things
It's a
too,
cheap
right?
toy.
It's so funny. They really do include just like black people in that flag, right?
that community hip fucking word that means that it's part of their thing in culture and time.
Well, intersectionality.
Has weird conspiracy that they're diminishing the trans community and the black community by portraying they.
See, yeah, that's the problem.
Corporations.
You have to explain who they is.
That people get like annoyed about when they do pride stuff or whatever, because they're the same people who get annoyed when they get cancelled.
Well, it's
So
the AIDS epidemic.
But it's like, why get upset
Oh,
about
Katie,
it?
I didn't understand you because whatever
Sorry.
fucking.
A month and then they forget
That's a
and the
great
numbers
thing
go
that
right
Anthony
back up.
Cumia said a while. And it was
I know,
during the Papa
investing,
John
yeah.
investing. Yeah. Wow, look at you, fucking old school.
Yeah.
But he said when you're singing a
myself.
different song. I know.
All right, I'm sorry. I'll admit when I'm wrong. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I'll
Finally,
slap myself.
Mulvaney came out like a month after all this stuff had happened and said that Bud Light had never reached out to her, had never reached out to be like, sorry, what's going on? Had never. I love her.
Hell yeah, Mark. Fuck yeah. Don't let.
I love her so much.
Don't let.
I just want to apologize for coming off pro-trans and liberal on the show.
That's fucking.
You haven't.
A lot more growth.
And by the way, waking up early, time to make the donuts.
Basketball player Duncan. I love
Hell
it.
yeah.
I fucking love the silence.
It's Irish coffee, right, Katie?
Indians for your throat.
Yeah,
the
she
best.
loves
My
drinking
throat.
spiked drinks.
So
Drink that Dunkin' Donuts one, because if you saw it, it said malted beverage, and that's so much worse than just adding whiskey to a coffee.
yeah,
Shouldn't a black person be drinking it?
Come on.
Why?
Mark. What is wrong with you?
Malted beverage.
That is
I don't
very
get it
old.
either. But malt.
When Katie, when you were 6 years old, people had a stereotype that black people drank malt liquor.
Simpsons, the book of British
big
Smiles,
book of
the
British
big book.
Smiles.
Pull up the big book of British Smiles
Why must
from
you
the
turn my
Simpsons.
office
That was a
into
great
a
joke,
house of lies?
Can we just say
You're gonna co-host the show. Let me be like Zach and snipe when you're fucking ready to
Yes,
snipe,
be like
okay?
Zach and talked 5 times over an hour.
No,
I
no,
needed
you can
Lewis
talk more than
earlier,
that.
but
All right, I'll
trying
repeat
to
a bunch
get a
of
word
Jim
in.
Norton jokes.
What did he say?
Oh,
Was it
Zach
mean to
just got
Zach?
sniped.
Did he say something mean to Zach?
Yeah, he says mean to Zach.
No, I love Zach. He just,
He hates Random, so now Random feels like he has to be defensive and fucking.
No, I
attack.
love Zach.
It's
I
a
promoted his
look into the
documentary.
fucking psyche of Random that he feels as if he has to attack because Zach doesn't like him. You should shower him with love.
No, I did for 3 years. He didn't like that. Don't you remember?
So
he got all
now-
pissed because I was being
I have
kind to
something
him.
I think.
And they're here.
You could suck it.
There's people that in the YouTube comments every week, and they go, "I hate this guy." I'm like, "That's crazy." How could you listen to this show? This one?
Crazy. That never
This
happens
is
to
the
any
one.
of us.
I mean, if you listen to Skanks, you'd be like, I hate Lewis, but I listen to Skanks because in spite of it, I really like Jay and Dave. But
Ethan Klein, do something besides being a bitch hiding behind YouTube. He's out in the world doing documentaries, doing live shows. You can find his dates. You just sit behind a computer bitching like a fucking fan.
Yeah.
And it's this mediocre world that
Yeah.
makes people like you successful.
Let's go.
If the
Reload,
world
reload,
didn't suck,
reload.
You wouldn't
My boy's
have
spitting.
any fucking
My
career.
boy's spitting right now.
If there wasn't a million fucking losers in their basement, you wouldn't have a fan
go.
base. Lewis
Yeah.
at least has people who do shit with their
Yeah.
life.
Damn
So
right.
suck my
there's still
fucking
people
dick.
alive in the corner.
RanDoM.
Yeah, you blew him
Stop
up.
going to restaurants.
The people that write comments, like they write paragraphs of hate, it's like they're never doing anything good with their lives. It's always just they're insecure and then they do that. It makes them feel good for a second. Then it's a cycle. It's like find something you do like. Like don't write Mark random hate paragraphs. Just find a comic you do like and support that person.
Zach.
Says the guy holding pills.
Yeah, random. He makes sense very often. He says something that makes so much sense that I look at him like you look like a female witch is transitioning into a male witch.
It's, like I'm going to do the play around with the am I trans or am I not? But I do stand-up comedy at Sandy Hook Elementary on the 10th anniversary of the shooting. It's in my movie. I just wanted to throw
Wait,
that
you
out.
showed up there?
Yeah, it was weird. It's like now looks all security, and I just did like a 5-minute stand-up comedy
In
set.
front
Was
of
there any
who?
people there?
Sandy Hook. No, just being me.
Just
Oh,
you
you're
by
just standing
yourself.
in front of the building.
Well, he went to Auschwitz and he recorded a music video.
And
gassing the Jews.
I did a
So it was a parody of Staying Alive.
And
but
I
it was-
did a 6-minute stand-up set at Auschwitz that it's been released here and there in bits, but it was people who
He was
fell,
supposed to do 9.
people who fell away from the group.
That's sick.
Yeah, but my jokes were fire.
Before
Like an
Crackamiko,
oven.
it was Mark Random.
And people are walking by hearing you do this?
No, it was people who got lost from the tour group. So it was like, hey, this is a gloomy place. Let me bring joy to them. And I just started,
Oh, that's nice.
mixed reactions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would get
What did you
booked-
start doing, Random?
No, I understand the blemishes, but that's like, those are blemish by choice, you know?
Wait, do you mean my hair red? Because that's my last name, Mark RanDoM. It
I'm
means
saying you
red
could
hair.
look just as good as anybody in this room right now if you decided to.
Your name's
I know
your
that's
name's been Mark
irrelevant,
RanDoM the whole time.
Yes.
I've been calling you random.
Yeah, no,
Wait, your last
everyone-
name is Rhonda?
Yeah, but what happened is RanDoM was the name everyone gave me because I had this identity
Lewis's face.
disorder.
Can we zoom in? on
I've
Lewis's
said no.
face?
Fuck you. I've said this 3 times
Yeah,
on
let's
the
get
show.
back to fuck you.
Drunk and high right
No, I like this fuck you Lewis part.
I've said it 3 times
Your
on
last
the show.
name is what?
Mark RanDoM. It means red haired. Ironically, that's why I dye my hair red. But everyone called
So
me
your real
random.
name is RanDoM.
Yeah, but everyone called me random as a teenager, mocking me because I had maybe an identity disorder. So I took it on as a stage name as a rapper, and everyone knows me as Random. Random. Go to.
Would you be able to-
This is a platform, and I want to reach out. I've been trying to give Doug Stanhope $1,000 because I feel bad that someone burned his house down or whatever. So I've been trying to make peace with him about that. Are you
Wait,
giving
why?
me
You
the
burnt
don'ts?
it down? Why do you have to make
No,
peace?
but it's like when you fail
Random
at
likes
comedy.
people thinking that it may have been him that burned down.
No, it wasn't.
house.
But it's like the guy who did it's a comic and he just got out of jail and shit
I
like
didn't
that.
know any of that.
Yeah.
I
But
was
the guy,
driving.
it
I
really was a
driving.
comic. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Was
just,
that confirmed?
No, but I was trying to talk him out of it, but he's just fucking
You
crazy.
know the guy.
Whoa,
that
you
burned down
knew
his house.
before.
No, I didn't.
You said you tried to talk him out of it.
No, he's like, so
I was in.
Wait, this guy burnt down Doug Stanhope's house and you tried to talk him out of it.
no, I just
Wait, is it the guy who killed his mom, the guy from Legion of Skanks?
Wait, there's a guy who killed. What, Stanhope? You perpetuate yourself as, I have serial killers, mass murders as fan, and now a real one shows up and you shit talk me on Rogan and Jim and Sam.
Clip it.
Random.
This is the clip.
I'm on
We're chilling.
stage
Hey,
in
Mark,
West
you were the
Nyack.
bathroom attendant at Flappers.
No, if
Just
I
tell the
was
truth.
in West Nyack, if I'm standing on stage and telling jokes and people are laughing, that's opening.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
and then
yes, it
Stanhope
is.
came on after you.
Yes.
That's opening. Fuck you, Lewis.
Not
I mean,
opening.
actually, it was Morgan Murphy, then Stanhope, but still.
So you're opening
yeah,
for
yeah.
Morgan Murphy.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah. Did you rush the stage?
No, but it's like me and him were cool, and then he blasts me on a podcast for an hour saying he has nothing of value to say. He's just
I
shot
don't
for
think it
shot.
was an hour. No way.
Yeah, he was.
Wait, Doug
Watch it.
Stanhope talked about you?
I want to
Yes.
see this. I
Are you
wanna
sure
see
this isn't a
He-
feeling you have?
No, he called Louis J. Gomez. He called on the podcast. He called Louis J. Gomez and said, "I want to talk about Mark RanDoM," and Louis didn't pick up.
I don't
That's a
remember
true. That's
exactly what
1,000% true story. I'll post the link after this.
Post the link.
Yeah.
Post the link. We'll put it in the notes of this show.
No,
I want to see a
in-
full hour of
in
him
bed-
talking about
in
you.
bed-
Can we pull it up? We have to watch this.
In Bed with Lizzie DeRazzo. You start at like the 25 mark, and he just shit
Where is
talks
she? Why
me.
she's not here?
Cool with me. Then he saw the documentary, trashed it, and then I'm like, "Yo, dude, what's up? I'll do a podcast with you. Like, let's talk." And it's only I don't care if comics hate me, but when they misrepresent, I'm shocked for shock's sake. If anyone, you know that I fucking have weird philosophies to why I say like the dark comedy and shit that I do. So to say it was nothing good for humanity and shock for shock's sake, it hurt me. Stanhope goes on Rogan, he goes on Jim and Sam, and he used the exact same description of me, but he says, a comic I won't name because I don't want to give any attention. And I'm not mad, it's just the misrepresentation. Like, you can say I'm not funny,
hold on.
you can hate me, but tell me I don't have a message. I wasn't trying to revolutionize comedy.
Relax.
I just don't like I know, I'm triggered because I don't like being misrepresented.
Oh, you're trying to revolutionize comedy.
Well, yeah, I wrote a speech about it being like this philosophical alchemy, and I tried to rebrand offensive comedy. I wrote a thing for Shane Gillis. I gave it to you, but no one, like, I know you didn't pass it on to Shane Gillis.
I'll pass it on to him.
Take a sip of your Pepsi.
No, Shane needs to read this.
Yeah, he really
No, but
does.
I'll show you. I made a video, and it's 14 minutes, but I talk about how all these things happened in my life that were messed up. And it's like, I feel like comedy is this spiritual alchemy of like, you can heal someone with the bad things in their life. You're literally like turning pain and fear into joy and peace.
Yeah, I went on an ayahuasca trip, and I was pretty much told
But
that.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I feel
But you
like,
don't but you just live that, you know? You don't got to go, hey, motherfucker, at 3 a.m. You just live it, you know?
Yeah.
You just walk around and you live
know.
whatever is
I know,
telling you to
and
be good, you know?
That's the ego, is like, oh, I want the validation and stuff. I know
Sure,
that's the
that's
ego.
tough. But it's also this world, right?
I think
Motherfucker-
know? I mean, because he's sucked to an offensive level because of fucking Mark Random X's, and that is not good for fucking humanity. It's
Yeah, we had fun.
hang on, I'm gonna call Louis J. Gomez, who I've never actually called, but since it's Stanhope, I'm on a random Zoom where I just tweeted, "Hey, I just got done doing podcasting and I want to do more. Send me a Zoom link and I'll talk to anyone." But I have Lizzie Durazo, and I didn't know till halfway through the conversation that she's the one that did that Mark Random X thing that I watched and hated. And she said, "Oh no, fucking Louis loves him." But we're on a Zoom thing. She's going to send you the link if you want to join in.
And it has been a very, very long time coming. And to be honest with you, we haven't had him on as a regular guest in quite some time as well. He's back. It is Mark Random.
I'm sorry for every comic trying to be on your level. I'll be just kind and loving and positive and supportive.
What is going on with you, Mark Random? This is a different Mark Random.
All the way through all 2019, I fucked up thinking that I was a part of the comedy scene. So I just tried to make jokes back to people. And then I realized everyone's like, who the fuck are you? So now I'm just kind of pushing back and just going to be supportive and loving towards everyone.
So you've turned over a new leaf. This is a new Mark Random, a different type of attitude, not going to be abrasive, not crazy. Now, granted, you still are in front of some sort of satanic pentagram.
It's a Siamese pentagram. It's two pentagrams together.
Some sort of ritualistic virgin sacrifice thing. I feel there's probably animal carcasses at your feet right now.
A cult I grew up in as a kid, it was really traumatizing. So I try to make it a positive symbol, but I don't like talking about shit like that because everyone thinks I'm trying to be an edgelord. So go on.
I like how you have to fight your.
Shut up, faggot! It's a spirograph.
You bought the white shoe polish to do blackface by mistake.
Here's what's going on as well. I've noticed that Zach has a little bit of he's taking shots at random. Even before we were going, he's taking these shots at random. Now, Zach, are you trying to push random over the edge? Because I'm noticing this is a new positive random. Yes, he did. He's pointing a flashlight at his chin like he's telling a ghost story.
No, that's my fucking light. I can't afford shit.
It was horrifying.
This is the story of Mark's comedy career.
Exactly. Beginning, middle, and end.
Now, you know,
yeah, like how long?
Pretty quick. I think within an hour. That's
you
pretty
dry
slow.
out.
You have to eat it right away.
Yeah.
It starts to grow hairs.
Especially after you fuck it.
Hell yeah, Mark.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Random. Can we get a drop for Mark Random whenever he says a fucking awesome joke like that, Shannon? Random.
I just like making everyone uncomfortable.
Me too. So yeah, that I thought they were pretty funny. They really don't like I hate cutters.
Yeah. Well, I did used to cut on other people's faces, but that was frowned upon by society. This was when I was 13 years old. It was just a stupid suicide attempt because I thought the world was being ravaged by demons, and I thought that life was over.
Hold on, you knew the world was being ravaged by demons?
No, I felt because I didn't have medication. It was the fucking 90s. No one knew what schizophrenia was.
R. Kelly in the
At least this year,
Mount
like
Rushmore.
this decade.
Here's why R. Kelly is great, because he got caught twice with multiple women, and on his third trial, he went to pick up an underage girl. Like, that is committed to the game like no other.
That's pretty real ass.
Charge. The video's out. 7 days later, you got a 10-count rape charge, and you went there to pick up a fucking 13-year-old girl? Holy shit.
Dude,
Mark
honestly,
Random
R.
is actually
Kelly
making a
needs to
great
be on it.
point.
Just
I
for-
really hate to argue, but goddamn, that was perfect.
That is a good point, yeah.
The defense rests.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was 17 years old, what I used to do is I would get into adult chat rooms and bait pedophiles and then get them on their own chat. And then I would get them really jerking off to it. And then I would say, I would like to, but I need money to come to you. And then they would send me the money. And then I would email them from a Yahoo account saying I was affiliated with Perverted Justice, which was the team that Chris Hansen worked with, saying the chat has been compromised, the parents have been notified, and then just block them. And I feel horrible.
Wow.
And they would say, fuck this. I'm not, I would rather never have to think about this again than even slightly risk trying to come and find this person.
Exactly.
How much?
That's a great scam right there. That's a great scam. That's a fucking great scam. Okay, so here's the well, you know,
there's a documentary on YouTube called Joe Exotic, the Tiger documentary, and it gets past the whole criminal enterprise, the shady business dealing, and it's him being crazy. And it's like you really see that whether what he did was right or wrong, he had good intentions and he had a compassionate heart, and he just wanted to share this joy with everyone else.
I think he did in the beginning, and then it got away from him.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Like
we all start off on the right path, right? So we all start off doing whatever it is. Let's say you're a comedian, right? You do it. You go to open mics and you're just trying to tell jokes. Like, I really just want to make people laugh, right? And
then the FBI comes after you, police put guns at you, and feminists attack you. I'm sorry.
Random.
I think all comics, especially female comics, are great, and I do nothing but support them in the scene. They're amazing, and I'm happy they're there.
This is a little bit strange. Whatever this new take is, it's very strange. Why is it that you're taking this stance? Is there a real reason?
Also, the whole women were child rapist things, or my hatred towards women comics came from, I was dating a female comic. It's not Lizzie DeRozzo, and I'm not going to say her name. She did say...
Name names? We just named the fucking fat girl that fucked Jay.
Let's just say her name rhymes with LaLasha Jazario.
No, she would be really abusive and then say, I'll call the cops and no one's going to believe you because I'm a hot female comic. So I'm sorry I projected that on the audience for the last...
Whoa, dude, you dated Nikki Glazer?
No.
Guys we fucked?
No. I sold drugs to Doug Stanhope. That's how I got to open for Stanhope. I'm sorry if I sound defensive. It just enrages me to no end when people think that kind of shit. That's all. Because it's like I fucked up because I feel rejected, so I over try. No comic has a documentary of an hour material and 2 comedy albums out this, but I'm so trying to just fucking prove myself and make my way in the business, do all this, and I know that's what's killing me. And they're like, who the fuck is this try hard? We're just trying to get high and make jokes and fuck around, and he's the one fucking actually trying to make a career, so fuck him. Like, I know that's the mindset, but it's like, I don't know, I'm trying to have a future of...
Is that a waifu pillow you have next to your dresser there?
No, what? No.
What is that?
I'd rather not say it because everyone thinks I'm just like an edgelord trying to, and I'm trying to seem as normal as possible.
What is
you kept it in the shot.
It's a doll that talks to me. I didn't mean it to be in the shot, though.
But he is telling you to keep him there.
Don't you move me.
There's not a pull string on that thing. It's just getting his fucking head.
I'm the real star, Mark.
What do you mean it's a doll that talks to you? Random.
It just, if I don't take my medicine or I don't get enough sleep, it starts. It doesn't say, that's the thing. Everyone thinks it's like, oh, it tells you to kill shit. It just says like, maybe you should eat vegetables or something like that. Or
so it's good for you.
I need one.
Yeah.
Where'd you
It's
get
telling
that?
him not to kill people. We need this doll.
Exactly.
Hey, random, don't say that joke. No one's gonna laugh.
That wasn't a fucking joke.
He turns to the dog. He's like, I got this.
Ixnay on the all-day etard ray.
Did the doll tell you not to tell us about him?
No, I decided that because I'm trying to seem as relatable as possible, because there are parts of me that are extremely relatable and then there's not.
Like how a talking doll tells you to brush your teeth.
The part of you that's not extremely relatable, your sliced up arms.
I got tattoos. Everyone has tattoos. That makes me cool. And
dude, I swear, and this is gonna sound very harsh when I say this, and it's not personal about you, RanDoM.
Yeah.
But I hate cutters.
Yeah. Well, I did used to cut on other people's faces, but that was frowned upon by society.
Did you cut frowns on their faces?
Yeah.
Yeah, by doing material in front of them.
Drink the pee. Drink the pee.
No.
You drink the pee, you also do your podcast.
Drink
the pee.
That's how Kim got brought up.
The doll's like, don't do it. They're trying to beat you.
They're exploiting you for your mental illness.
I would exploit my fucking stuff. I don't give a fuck.
They're not your real friends, Mark. They're laughing at you, not with you.
No, it's not the fucking Twitter comment, Facebook. Fuck. I was going to say it's not the Facebook comment section.
Can you get another doll that suggests funny things to say?
Mark, you have to slice vertically.
Mark, it's one painkiller, then a slice of bread, then another painkiller, then a slice of bread.
If Mark and his doll did a podcast, they'd be on Gas Digital tomorrow. With Zach doing the voice of the doll. Mark and his doll needs to be a show. Mark, would you do that? Would you do Mark and his doll with Zach as the voice of your doll? Can we see the doll for a second, by the way?
Yeah, let's.
Can we see the doll?
Please.
For the record, everyone always thinks I try to make these shows about me, and I don't. I've tried to push anytime my name's been mentioned off on either Zach or Lewis.
Don't worry about it. Let me do what I do.
Yeah, who cares what people think? Show us the doll.
I'm a brilliant host. Let us see this doll, you wacko.
It says happy. I got it when I lived in Newark.
Does it have a hole between its legs?
No, it's platonic.
Do you fuck the doll?
Of not Lizzie, but I have a girl who works promo for me. Her name's Eliza McNeil, so I just named it after her.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Eliza.
Yeah,
it's named after a real person?
Yeah.
He's like, no, I named it Contour.
Yeah.
So, all right, so yeah, we're gonna do this. Is gonna be a new bit every once in a while. We're gonna do RanDoM and his doll Eliza. We're gonna have it be a recurring bit on the show.
What is happening?
Zach's gonna do the voice of the doll. Here, put the doll up to the camera.
I fucking what the fuck?
Go ahead.
Your biggest comedic influence is Robin Williams.
I mean, if I get those Robin Williams numbers, sure, why not?
Hey, watch more Richard Jenny.
This is a brand new segment we're doing. Thank you very much. RanDoM and his doll, ladies and gentlemen. Another segment here on the show.
She did just say that, they're part hazing you because they like you. You're actually one of them. So I want to take my medicine now.
Oh yeah, today's opposite day.
It insults him. Not.
Zach likes you and is not racist. It's opposite day.
The Jews aren't responsible for all the wars in the world and got kicked out of 109 countries.
You gotta do the voice.
Quit while you're ahead, stupid.
I was never ahead.
Dude, RanDoM and his doll is my favorite bit we've ever done.
Why'd you stop hanging out with that nice Pete Lee boy?
Shit.
What up, motherfuckers? It's the Real Ass Podcast. It's your boy, Louis J. Gomez.
We're Rattlesnake, Real Ass Dude, Ultimate Minority.
my beginning and why I hate cancel culture so much. What happened was I started out as an open mic comedy, and when you're an open mic comic, you're supposed to just learn to develop bits on stage and structure your jokes and delivery. And I'd literally, by my third open mic, have people confronting me, have people trying to ban me, have people calling the police on me. I had the fucking FBI come after me 2 months into comedy. This is not a bit. You can fucking see it. I started out as an open mic comic, and with 3 or 4 months, this hailstorm of bullshit came at me, and I didn't really understand how prevalent the idea of cancel culture was, or how much of an agenda it had, to where someone like a no-name like me would be affected by that. And that's why I started to analyze it, because I thought I was just in the one minority of it, but I realized that that's the dominant narrative, and you see it in mainstream comedy, you see it in, and I know everyone hates me bitching about it, but it's because I fucking live it. The reason I can't, besides the virus, go to open mics is because I was banned from like 50 of them for just people writing blogs and saying shit that isn't real. So that's why I come so hostile at this cancel culture thing, because I have a preview to show that the fucking established comics have the luxury to not have to deal with what is the cancel culture mob. But as coming out, the Overton window is dead, and where if you want to start comedy, if you don't believe what they believe, they will ban you, they will attack you.
Window.
The reason I say comedy is dead is not because it's gone, but the window is closed, and the idea of deep exploration, because mainstream corporatized, the Marxist fascism has now said oppressor-victim mentality in everything, and it's in our unconscious zeitgeist that we're in a subconscious culture war, and everything's through the lens of victim and oppressor. And we lost this battle. The first time was when a comic got offended, and we chose the person who was offended over the comic. What I'm saying is, this is a moment where we can learn. Comedy used to be this art form, and I wrote a blog about it, the psychology of it and the philosophy, that it's this almost like getting into the shadow ego and all the dark things we suppress and our unconscious, and we laugh at our flaws and our mistakes and our ugliness, and comedy was unveiling that. And now with everything being corporatized, music, media, politics, everything so in a structure of having to be perfect with the internet, comedy's being sucked under that, where now people can't look at comedy without thinking of political correctness, oppressor and victim, and we lose it by every time someone's offended by a joke, we automatically go towards the comedian, when we aren't focusing psychologically on what's going on inside that person's head that's being offended. This is a moment for intellectualism. If we look at the person who's being offended and realize that there's a psychological process going on that could grow to the betterment for individuality and collectivism, we can grow to become better people. Them and their high school, middle school kids cancel each other. It affects the workplace. It affects education. It affects the way politics are run. The idea of comedy and censorship is a metaphor for what's going on in people's lives. People are being censored day to day, and they're being pushed further and further into Louis J. Gomez helped me in saying, "You're not the authority." And now I go through this psychological thing of watching comedians get canceled, watching comedians lose their livelihood, watching comedians unable to
coffee.
Comedians on cruise ships doing cocaine. Shout out to Lizzie. Like, I see these comedians losing everything, and it's like, if I know I had my voice, I could take that debate with Andrew Yang and I could win, because I understand where they're all coming from. But like you said, they don't want to hear it from you, and that's my plight. And that's my plight in comedy. It's like if God came down and gave the word
in his head.
Gave the word. It's like if God came down and gave the word of enlightenment to someone, and God said, "Give this word and spread it throughout the world," but it was like Andy Dick or something. I know I'm not the one people want to hear comedy prophecy from. I know I'm not the one, and it fucking sucks.
I know.
That's why I just try to peddle it on through everyone else.
Yeah, you're out here trying to turn water into wine, and everyone's like, "Get out of the way."
Just be the crazy mass shooter guy.
Yeah, the problem is here's what you are. Right, you might you very well might be the next coming of comedy Jesus, right? You may be the next Messiah. You may be the prophet.
I am the comedy god.
You may be that guy.
Everyone
but the problem
should bow
is the
before
way
me.
everyone looks at you is the same way when like you see some guy that claims to be Jesus in the park.
Like I said, now I'm aware people don't want to hear from me, even though I'm the comedy god. Ever since I entered comedy, Louis C.K. came back, Chappelle did his non-woke special, Sticks and Stone, Ricky Gervais gave a speech, Seinfeld, even Obama came out against cancel culture. People are fighting back. Joey Diaz, Brian Callen, Jeff Ross, Mark Norman, Sam Morrell, Andrew Schultz, all. So my comedy godlikeness is resonating through energies. Shout out to Chrissy Mayer for going after Chrissy Teigen and dropping the red pills. And shout out to that video of Ryan Long, Aaron Berg, and Karen Feehan for that censorship video. My energy is being felt throughout the collective because I am the comedy god. This is the edgelord try shit that I actually wrote out a script. I apologize for wishing for a virus to destroy New York City comedy because I didn't feel accepted.
You wish for a virus. Time out now. Slow down. When did you wish for this virus?
December, November, way before. I'm sorry. I fucked up.
So you're thinking that this is part of your comedy god prophecy?
Well, no, it's just I felt rejected, which I know it's like a middle school 14-year-old emotion. You should just accept, all right, your comedy's not for you. They don't like you. Move on. But I just, why don't they like me? Fucking hang out at the high school kids. So I just fucking plagued a virus on everyone.
You did.
And I slowly watched them die because I made all my money on internet. So I was rising as they were falling. It's funny because I prayed to God, I want to be on the same level as these comics. And now God sunk all of them. And I slowly watched them buried financially, and I try to pretend.
I know he's not.
Zach, how do you say he's wrong? He's
I'm not.
Everyone is random right now. That's where everyone's at. Just realize that. Here's the thing: everyone got bumped down a few levels. The problem was, mostly everyone, 90% of the comics were not really that far ahead of random. They'd like to think they were,
and they acted on the hierarchy.
Honestly,
but I knew in one fucking day,
jumped into our world, right? And whether we wanted him or not, he has a little bit of infamy within the thank you Random within the world of Legion of Skanks, and people that know our show at the very least know him as this peripheral character, right? So that right there already bumped him up most comics that are working the open mic circuit, most comics that are starting to get into clubs, those people have no recognition. They're just trying to write some jokes and get on stage. So Random got a little bit of recognition, has some people that know who he is. He goes to Skankfest. People want to shake his hand. They're meeting him. It's a cool fucking feeling. I completely get it.
Give me drugs and hand jobs.
Those people, all of those people, which is 90% of the comedy scene, were bumped down to people who were trying to figure out a way to get a voice online. We're trying to get on some podcasts, but stand-up itself sort of disappeared. Nobody's making money on stand-up. So all of those comics got put down to that level. It's the same thing with the bigger comics. You see people, I'm trying to think of Whitney Cummings maybe, or like Schaub and these guys. They're playing clubs now. They were doing theaters. They were doing massive, either huge clubs like 600, 700-seater clubs, or they were doing small theaters, right? And all of them are doing clubs now. Bert, same thing. Bert was doing massive theaters. Now he's doing drive-ins because everyone had to adapt. So all of the club spots are being taken up. All the comics who were in club spots are now doing parks and parking lots. And then all the comics that were doing just sort of open mic, whatever they can get, are doing shit now.
And my prophecy was fulfilled because everyone said that I was on some comedy hierarchy. And I said, I don't believe in that because your money, your status, or your desirability could all change in one day. So there's no reason to fucking kiss ass to people above you and shit on people below you because it'll all change. And then it was just proven.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Karen Fian.
Yay.
Now show them titties.
Sorry, I couldn't do it last week.
Show them titties?
No, you asked.
What titties?
Shannon asked me to do the show last week. I could.
Random coming out with some fucking heat.
I'm so
she's irritated already.
I don't understand.
I said you should have established a code word.
But you should tell people who you're booking them with before you book them.
I tried to prep you before. I said Random's just gonna go when I can't control it. That was Mark. This is Random. You're my bitch for the next hour.
All right, we also have very excited to have back on the show from his comedy documentary, Who Killed Comedy, on his YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mark Random.
Yay.
What's up, kid?
What's going on?
How you feeling, man?
Good.
All right. What was that weird little creepy laugh like you're going to shoot up the studio at one point today? If you ever make that the finale on one of my podcasts, you try to kill everyone, I will take the gun from you. Just understand that.
This is such a playable bit.
Because you
get it. I'm a mass murderer.
No, he does have guns, though. You do have guns.
No, I got in contact with my mom, and she started a death cult where she's terminally ill, and so am I. So we figured, when we're done, I'll shoot her in the head, and then I had to promise her I wouldn't go on a killing spree, but she'll be fucking dead, so it doesn't matter. And this is a bit for all the faggots who think I'm an edgelord. I'm just joking.
Are you, though? I don't know. I can never tell anymore.
Are you terminally ill?
Yeah, I had a present for Zach. I thought he was going to be here. I was going to show him my medical diagnosis with the thing, expected to die.
Can I see it?
Yeah, Shannon, pull it up for this cherry morning.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Look, we have a great show planned today. We
Right
really do.
there.
What is this?
That's it. The arrow.
Severe periods of immobilization, depressed mood,
But
isolation.
if you go up, it says expected to die.
Where? Where does it say expected to die?
Right in little print.
Emotionally disabled.
Yeah.
It's DYE and it's hair for attention.
You're right.
Yes. She said the only manic you are is manic panic, bitch. Hell
Yes.
yeah.
It's all a bit. Don't you get it?
I'm trying.
I'm just trying to be
This is
shocking. I'm not
unfair.
really going to fucking die soon.
I don't know,
So
man.
you're not okay, so he's not. You're not.
He is terminally ill, but
Okay.
he is self-aware. That is the point of Mark RanDoM. Okay, he's
That's the
fucked up
struggle.
in the head, but he understands that he's fucked up. He understands the way people see him.
And it doesn't matter how successful in comedy I get, it will destroy everyone and everything I love and just end in a tragedy.
And I'm Juliet.
You're the Juliet.
Who's Juliet?
I thought you were in love with me. Remember you write me.
Juliet Lewis
I'm
Dreyfus.
extremely in
She's
love
from
with you,
Seinfeld.
but you have to
Elaine.
work for it. You're
Yeah.
not getting it for another 2 years.
Oh, not another 2 years.
Put in the work, bitch.
Why?
Yeah. Those A titties, you got to make up somewhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Karen.
Your pussy game's probably so whack.
Karen.
I give it C-.
Please,
Karen, I think
please continue to think that.
I think he's negging you right now because
No,
he
I'm
thinks
not.
this is the way into your heart. And I'm going to tell you
Most
right now from
guys do.
first-hand experience, yes, that's how you do it.
No, I don't want it. I'm going monogamous for
really committed.
2022. Yeah.
But
Lizzie DeRozzo, I would kill someone for her. So I'm only trying to pull women that we'd agreed on. So
you told me that you were in love with Karen at one point.
I'm
though.
extremely in love with her, but that doesn't mean she's worth it. She has to prove it.
She's got to prove it to you.
Yeah.
Karen, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is there any
Yes,
path?
I regret.
Is there
saying
any
yes
path
to Shannon?
to Mark RanDoM and your vagina?
Of course. I mean, of course, right? Isn't that the bit?
No,
Get me
that's
outta
not the
here.
bit. Have some respect for yourself.
I hate you.
Me?
Yeah.
You didn't know you were going to be on Mark RanDoM?
No.
Shannon.
Have some fucking respect for yourself and say no. I will close my legs and just be a decent lady.
He's on fire.
You're giving pussy away for fucking no-name spots at clubs
What?
that are outside and closed.
I am.
You can better yourself.
This is.
You're fucking for
But
outdoor
he's just like making. Does he
outdoor
think I'm
shows.
someone else?
No. He knows.
Who do
We
you
all
think-
know the story, Karen.
Who do
You're
you think-
fucking for outdoor spots. Obviously.
If
Who do
you
you
were with
think
me,
I
we
am?
could get headliners. We could get established comics and go on tour.
Where we could? You and
Yeah,
I?
I would have to train your pussy.
You're trying
so
to
you-
co-feature with
I'm trying to figure out.
Is this the game
No,
plan?
the thing
What,
is, she doesn't know how to use her pussy to get where she needs to in this comedy business, and I could teach her, but
All right, well, what would be the first piece of advice that you would give Karen? Because this is actually interesting.
stop fucking doing what you're doing. You're going to have to get creative. You're going to have to get crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That way, you got to be more specific.
Yeah.
The next time, when you're in a physical altercation, don't tell the cops.
I don't
You
get
have
in physical altercation.
Not anymore, right?
Never have.
Yeah.
I weigh 110 pounds.
Have you gotten into a physical altercation?
I do not believe that. You're the type to hit a guy, or you're the type to fucking
No.
go to the police.
No.
Let me see,
All right.
Karen. We dated. I don't think you ever hit me,
No.
and she was crazy. We got wild together. We had some fucking wild nights.
All right.
But
well,
even thinking you're angriest, you never hit me.
No.
It was more like the threat of me tooing. It was
Exactly.
More like
So here's what we're gonna
psychological warfare.
we're going to start a contract. First, I have to get you, my girlfriend will film it. I'll get you on camera doing something, and then you'll be a part of the cult, the Mark RanDoM cult.
I know. I watched that
And then-
documentary. That's a
and
good.
then-
it's a
Did you
good-
watch it?
Yeah, it's good.
Then what we're going to do
I watched the
is-
beginning and
What
the
is it?
end, so
The
then when I
Vow.
could tell random that I liked it, and I gave him a specific reference. I was like, especially that opening, that rap battle against Jesus. How dope was that? But that's if you want to know how to be a phony in this industry, this is a great way.
Me in 2020 when I just said I liked everyone because I wanted to prove to you when you told me I had to be likable, I wanted to prove that you can't change others' fucking opinions about
I
you.
didn't say you have to be likable. That's not what I said, Mark.
I tried to get Zach to like me.
But
I
Louis,
tried to get other
you're
comics
so
to like me.
likable.
Well, here's the thing. What I said was, and this is true, and
gonna
I know
drug
this
myself.
this comes from the perspective of somebody who's not very likable.
Mm-hmm.
I said, in order to make it in the traditional roots, you have to get get people to like you. If people don't like you, it's going to be a fucking long...
Like if people like Lewis, he'd have like a Netflix special.
Oh, 100%.
Karen, do you like
Andrew.
me? Could we make this not a relationship? Could we make this comedy thing work? You help me, I help you. I punch up your jokes. You get me people to think I'm not crazy. You said
you're gonna punch up her jokes, and she's gonna get people to think you're not crazy. This is just a wild plan. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well, she said she would be open to date me if I could monetize it. So I'm saying you got to learn the ropes. You start going for established comics, and then you do get them in the Me Too. You get them on tape, and then we extort them. Then we co-headline tour. We could be open up for Bert Kreischer.
It's not a co-headline. That's opening for Bert Kreischer. And Bert Kreischer is never going to take you guys to open for him.
Yeah, he is. He'll be drunk. When I train her pussy, she's going to be able to get backstage, get him on tape, and then he's going to be like, oh, fuck, what's going to happen? And then it's like, what's going to happen is you're going to have us opening for you, or you're getting Me Too'd, bitch. And then you'll have a lot of money. And then you won't need to rely on all the things you do. We can make it in this business.
Okay, sure. I'm in. I'm going to be at the Comedy Hub in Houston on March 20th.
Shannon, can you, moving
Please
forward,
follow me on Instagram.
let the people know they're going to be on with RanDoM.
This is totally my fault. As soon as Karen agreed, I started typing who she was going to be on with.
I just don't get it. I mean, I like it like when you have like comics on and we like joke around, we like make fun of you, like we like talk about comedy. No, this is just irritating, Lewis. You know it's irritating.
No, it's not.
I'm not irritating. Yes, it is. I'm being honest.
You're irritating. It's not funny. None of it's funny.
Yeah,
it sucks. I don't like it.
Let RanDoM be RanDoM.
I mean, okay, but like I'm not like I don't vibe with it. It's not like my
All right, that's
thing.
okay. So it doesn't work out.
This is not starting off on a good note for you and Karen being together.
All right.
What is it about RanDoM that bothers you?
Nothing. I don't care. We can do whatever. Like, but it's just like I like having fun. I thought we were like I always have fun when I come on your show, and this is
We are having fun.
No, you're just like corny and like you do this thing. None of it's authentic. It's all made up. It sucks.
From where? What other comics said it?
You're doing
I'm a real ass dude. What are you talking about?
I understand, and I'm trying to be real ass on the Real Ass podcast with this whole fake gooby gabba that you say, and it's silly and it's not funny. It's corny. I don't like it.
What other comics have said it? None. They're all hacks.
I don't know. I don't know what you want from me. I can't.
Why
I can't
so
play along
upset?
with this. I'm not upset. I'm just like, I don't. It's not funny to me. I guess.
It's funny to the audience.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hope they do find me being uncomfortable funny. I hope I'm giving them that.
I'm being nice to you. I'm offering you the opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah,
He's
I know,
offering
but
to
I
fix
like,
your pussy for you.
No, I'm offering her to teach her what it's worth.
What? It's worth a lot. I make a lot of money off my pussy.
Here, I'll be honest with you. It's the one good part of Karen.
I think she has
There's
a good
nothing
heart.
else.
No, I think she has a good
There's
heart.
nothing else that's good about me?
No,
Liz?
everything's great. Everything's great.
You want to fuck with me? Do you see the mood I'm in? You want to start
I
with me?
can't even get it going
Okay.
right now. I'm terrified of her right now.
Why are you
I've never
terrified?
seen her this just at her wit's end. I've never seen her at the end of her rope like this.
So, why are women ruining comedy, Chrissy? Because I have this thing that the double standards that exist in the natural world where women are kind of oppressed, but they have all the privileges of being on a pedestal, it's amplified in comedy because there's a bunch of guys who are insecure, so then they let women in, and women are like, oh my God, I never get a spot. And then they have to force their way in the same way they do manipulative narcissism, and then by that, it all lowers the standards. It reminds me of football, video games, and now comedy, where it's something that's harsh. It's like, oh my God, there's craziness. And then women are saying, like, we need it more PC. We need it softer. It's kind of like Lindy West saying, well, it's a bunch of angry guys. And it's like, well, why do we have to lower the bar for women? What female comics do is they get on stage and then they just start talking about sex. They don't write premises. They don't think of interesting subjects. They just talk about sex. And it's really like if I were a Coke dealer and people are coming to me, oh, I want this. And then you start to think to yourself, wow, they like me. No, they don't like you. They sell the stupid product you're selling, which is like a peep show in a way that's socially acceptable. And in that fashion, it then becomes Pavlovian response, because a woman saying, my pussy, guys just laugh because they're trying to get laid or they want the woman to like her. And I'm saying, stop that bullshit. What would you rather have, all the men out there, all the sex you want with women, or to be free from sexual desire and actually have self-actualization and goals to be something better than some guy who just tries to chase some bitch? I was going to be invited on a podcast. I was come up by 2 different females, and they wanted me on their podcast, and then they declined, and then maybe because they did research, and then I thought, oh, is it because they don't believe in what I believe, or they just want their narrative push? And then I thought, they have people with different beliefs on, so why wouldn't they have me? And I was like, maybe because I'm not on their level.
I'm
not.
But you're a little scary, bro.
They're scared of you.
But the reason, they're scared of my intelligence. They're scared that I'm going to school them on all their fucking snake oil salesman bullshit. Women are saying, oh my God, I'm afraid of him. No, you're afraid that I'm fucking intellectually superior and I'm not going to take your bullshit, and that you just sell fake feminism to get your views. It was the guys we fucked. Christina Hitchens and Corinne Fisher. All these women that just use mediocre jokes, they use their sex appeal to get in, and they lower the bar and ruin comedy. And then spread rumors and lies, because that's what women do, is they're trying to destroy the males in the comedy. I've read blogs that's from female comics that said why it's justifiable to claim false rape against a male comic. And I start to see this shit, and I'm like, well, fuck you bitches, you shouldn't be doing that. And then they call me crazy. They're like, oh my God, he's a creep, which is just manipulative because they're playing the victim. It's like the women who say lies, we have to ban RanDoM, and then I say, I think that's not cool, Caitlin Rupert, and then she goes, oh my God, what a creep, who's coming in on me. And a lot of comics were in that female list. You do have innocent women comics, because that's what they've manipulated the system to believe. False rape accusations, false domestic abuse, and just manipulating lying, and all the bitch men in Congress let that happen. It's going to be this woman pride thing where they don't believe men, so a woman's going to get in a room with a dude and then fucking rape him, and then when he tries to tell everyone, guys are just bitch guys are just going to laugh at him like, oh man, you should have enjoyed it and all that other shit. And then if you tell the police, they're going to be like, get the fuck out of here. We would never disparage a woman. Like, if you want to Me Too all the women in comedy that I know for a fucking fact, I'd bet my life that they do creepy, fucked up shit, and they play the victim then.
That's what I heard.
All he talks about is what he's afraid of and his fears, and women are going to do this. But they're your worries. They're your concerns.
I will prevent women from doing this, and then comedy will be righteous
Why don't you just focus on you instead of everybody else?
Because I'm an altruistic spirit.
You're 2019 Jesus.
You can't control other people.
Savior.
You're comedy. I'm the comedy Jesus. What I'm saying is, this is why all guys should listen to me, because I have this deep insight of women, and people think it's, oh, he must be an incel, not get laid. And I have a fiance that's beautiful right there and rich. I have a girlfriend on the side that I kind of...
She got rich skin, though. I pinched the shit out of her, and she almost cried.
Look, I have a girlfriend on the side that I really don't fuck with anymore, but it's a once-a-month thing. And my life, I was a paid dominator where women pimped me out, and I had sex with women. So I have the guy's dream of all women loving me, and I still hate women. That's what I'm saying.
I might have to listen to you, because you just admitted you have a girlfriend with your fiance in the room, and she didn't even fucking say anything.
Because she knows it.
Honestly, can I say?
With
Cock Apatow?
With Judd Apatow. What happened? What happened here?
Okay, so I was just standing outside, and then he was standing there, and I turned to him and said, hey, what's up? Shook his hand, said, I'm a comic. And I said, why do you think comedy has to have a social agenda, which is something he had said on his radio shows and in his interviews and shit? And then he just bolted like a little bitch. And that's my thing, is I feel like we should have to hold comics accountable. We should have to check them when they do some bitch shit. Like when there's a certain comic who he was brought up by like legendary comics, and then he made his way in the business, and then he gives passes to fake unfunny bitches who support a social justice agenda. We should have to check that comic and say, dude, that's what's fucking up comedy, because that are on their comedy scene. The roof for comedy, the model that everyone knows, is over because these bitches ruined it, because these comics that were legends co-signed this whack shit.
Guy randomly came up to me on the street and
we
started
were just
fucking
standing there.
spouting
we were
shit to me.
talking. We shook hands. I said, I'm a comic. And he goes, oh, whatever. And I said, why do you feel... I thought it would be a discussion. Why do you feel comics should have a social agenda?
Can you understand...
I wasn't filming at that point. I just filmed when he just ran like a bitch.
But can I...
He ran... There's a video of this? Can I see this?
Pull the video up. But can you understand why he was like, I don't need to answer to you. I don't know you, dude. I'm established and I...
All right. He could have said that. He could have said... If he really felt that in his heart of this social agenda, he could have been like, I don't have to answer to you.
All right, pull up the video of Mark RanDoM.
Buddy, I'm one of your supporters. What do you think about people who say that you ruin comedy? Dude, what do you think about people that say that you ruin comedy? You fucking fraud. Like the fact that the comedy business has been taken over by corporations. So now it's just mainstream bullshit. That's Netflix. Everyone has a comedy special.
You're killing yourself before you're even able to get there because you want to do sort of like this edgelord thing.
It's not an edgelord thing. It's how I fucking feel. I don't believe comedy should be dictated in this fucking hierarchy system of, oh, this guy has this much money and he's made this many awards, so we have to be nice to him.
It's literally
Fuck
a
that.
business.
It's a business.
Everything is going to be ranked in how much money you make.
How
in
much
any
money?
business.
How many fans? It's all quantifiable.
Yeah.
So you can look at now.
Yeah, and that's
is it
that's the death of
unfair that
comedy
people
is
that
taking
aren't
it seriously. Comedy is supposed to be fun. We're all supposed to be fucking around. That is comedy. Comedy is literally it's jokes. We're fucking around.
to a
It's
certain
fun.
degree? Evening, ladies and gentlemen, a man who is very respected both in and out of the comedy community. Ladies and gentlemen, coming from probably some sort of insane asylum or graveyard, it's Mark RanDoM.
What's up? It's RanDoM, aka Mark RanDoM, and here's for Real Ass Presenter of the Year: Ari Shafir, Dan Soder, Shane Gillis, Colin Terrell, Corin Fisher, Brendan Sagalow, Anthony Cumia, Louis J. Gomez, Big J. Okerson, Aaron Berg. Here's why I should be Real Ass Presenter of the Year. 2018, no other comic on this list had to deal with the level of cancel culture that I did in my first 2 months of comedy. The FBI investigated me, police came, physical altercations, club bannings, blogs being written about me, all in my first 2 months. You can see it in my documentary, Who Killed Comedy, markrandom.com, or just YouTube, Who Killed Comedy. 2019, no other comic tried to be respected by the other comics by doing a mini US tour, a Europe tour, put out 2 comedy albums just to be seen as established. markrandom.com, seriously, this is comedy. Any other comic on this list would be beloved and praised if they wrote a brilliant blog on the psychology and philosophy of comedy. markrandom.com/blogs, psychology of being offended. And if any comic on this list did something as hilarious as dance at Auschwitz, you would have all found it funny and praised him. You wouldn't have written him off as an edgelord tryhard.
I love
I'm sorry
his
I wish for a virus to destroy
Death and the
New
Jews
York
song.
City comedy because I saw it as a popularity contest. I accept my fate that I'll never be acknowledged for my prodigal godlike comedy talents in just 2 years that I've accomplished, and I accept my predetermined fate, and I still love everyone on this list. That's why I should be Real Ass Presenter of the Year. So as I go about my...
Oh, thank God. Jeez, he kept on going on, huh?
He gave me the...
From originally The Random Show, The End, I've taken over Luis Gomez's podcast because he either wants to give me a shot or he wants to destroy it himself. To the left of me is the great Shane Gillis because Zach Amicos isn't good enough, my guest Louis J. Gomez, and one of my girls, Lizzie Durazo's here. I'm just going to be talking about philosophy, and I'm not going to let it crash and burn the way it did before. So if you have any kind of philosophical relationship advice or help that you need, if you're feeling suicidal or just alone, call in and I will talk you through it. I'll help you out, and it'll be a good time. I want the listeners to chill in. Psychological symptom called transference, and what it is what people don't realize, and this is how a lot of people are toxic, is they go through life and they attract damages, they attract fears, insecurities, jealousies, anxieties, and then at the age of like 20, they just have all that built up and they don't become aware of what makes them jealous or what makes them insecure, so they don't rewire their thoughts, so any person they interact with is on that same frequency of like an abused 4-year-old. So what human nature as a whole has to do is become aware of their own toxic damage and not project it onto people, and then start reformulating the synapses in your brain, because reality is all in perception, and if you're perceiving things through all your broken associations and damages, because you can't be a reactant to other people. Like, you have to be proactive in what you're doing, and the way to go about the life is to not let other people make you react to things. So if I did that, I would be in poor health to react to you want in life versus what life is. And sober people use this term in Alcoholics Anonymous called accepting life on life's terms, and it's, God didn't want me to be a musician. He wanted me a comedy, so I'm accepting that path rather than what I want. It's like a Buddhist. You let go of desire to free yourself from suffering. You just accept what is. I mean, I've only been doing comedy for 6 months.
Wants to know, what should you do if your significant other isn't only late to everything, but also proud of it?
Oh, that's a hard one.
You got to hit her. Say it.
No, not yet. You don't hit her yet. The thing about that is when someone prides themselves, this is like, it either comes to what they call unconditional acceptance, that you love the positive attributes about her, that you don't mind the negative. Because when she's proud of being late. It sounds like she's someone like, I don't give a fuck, I'll do what I want. So it sounds like she's just
black chick.
She just sees you as not.
I do what I want.
She
nigga.
doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't see
Get
you
out
as
of my
a
face. You ain't my man.
It's
I don't see
destined
no
to
ring
fail.
on his finger.
Exactly. She sees you as just a part of her journey and not as a co-partnership. Because if she's not willing to work and get better, of like, yeah, I see how that could bother you. Let me work to get better. Then it's just destined to fail. All relationships, if they have the same fight for years and years, then it's just in a toxic cycle. When you're with someone, it's because fate brought you to that person to learn a lesson, to learn something about yourself, or to experience something. So when you're with someone who has all these qualities and you realize that about them, if you can't address that to that person directly, and if that person can't make a note to maybe change that quality, maybe she needs to be more humble, maybe she needs to realize that she subconsciously puts herself in these situations to be late so she can feel bad and then be aggravated over some guilt. A lot of women do shit like that. Like they'll be sloppy on purpose and then just hate themselves because they subconsciously want to hate themselves, so they'll just be self-destructive. Like that's a self-sabotaging thing, to be late and then you feel guilty because the guilt is comfortable from you from childhood, and then you just get angry because he's calling you on it. He's saying, you're always late. Why? And she goes, I don't give a fuck that I'm late. It's a defense mechanism. So you have to truly let her understand that that's what's happening, is she's not willing to grow. She's just putting on a defense, and she's continuing to project like toxic bullshit into your relationship. I joke that I hate men way more than I could hate women, because women just are the way they are by nature. But men are the ones that could construct that. They could control that. And since men care about a woman's looks or superficial beauty or their own internal pain, they enable women. They lie to women.
Bro.
Women are basically walking around gaslit by all men's bullshit. So I'm sick of that. And I'm not a feminist. I'm just saying the truth. No woman has an accurate assessment of herself, of what she's good at, what she's bad at, what she should try to strive for in life, or what she wants, because men around her have just been gaslighting her and lying to her. Because men are strong, men are innovative, and men have logic and critical thinking, most men. And women don't have that. Women are governed by their
He's fucking
emotions.
taking a shot at
Women
you.
are
You saw that, dude?
women are women
fucking
are
roasting
governed by
you
their
on the
emotions
random
and
hour.
their desires and what they want. And it's almost like they can't go to a man and say, I want you to protect me, I want you to get food, and I want you to fuck me well. Like, so they have to say, how can I make it seem like I'm getting his needs met while getting my needs met? So they have to do this psychological mind game, which is the same thing that pedophiles do, bring opinions. And women try to manipulate your mind. And this is why guys end up former shells of themselves and fucking trying to do comedy instead of music, is they start... Someone back there left. They start, like, women start saying, here, the narrative, they just start manipulating the narrative of, no, it happened this way. No, what you said was this. They put words in your mouth, and then they say words that they didn't say, and they slowly, through time, pathologically manipulate you into an entirely different being. And then they end up and leave because they're like, you're not the guy I thought you were. And then they leave, and you have to fucking pay alimony, and then they take your kids, and your life
with
is
all that
fucked.
aside,
It's how
Randolph.
relationships work, and people don't understand. It's a past, present, future dynamic. You have to be a father to the woman, a husband and partner, and a son. And there's the dynamic of motherhood, girlfriend and daughter. And the same thing with women. That's why women have like the, I want you to be like my dad, because you have to be the father to her, you have to be the boyfriend to her, and you have to be the son to her. And you have to fulfill all three of those roles simultaneously. And that's how you like energetically.
The Holy how close have you come to shooting something?
I know I have this thing in me. It's like a genetic deformity. Like when you split the atom, there's the molecules, there's the protons and the neutrons and the electrons. The electrons, and when you have like a mass society, you have obviously cancers in it. Just like our body, we have bacteria. I'm self-aware that I am the bacteria in human life that is meant to just destroy. So I do everything in my power. I take drugs, I fuck whores, I like run around naked, I do crazy shit to prevent myself from the inevitable. People think that I'm a narcissist with no self-awareness. I'm aware. I have to hype myself up just so I don't fucking end myself.
Right.
And that's
so how close have you been to shooting people? 'Cause you didn't really
this
answer.
is genuinely
You sidestepped the question. You started talking about protons
I mean,
and neutrons and
no, that's what I'm saying. Is
electrolytes.
What?
Tell them the story what happened in your high school.
I don't think we
I
should.
don't-
No, I want to hear the story about
This
high
is gonna
school.
come back to you and me.
Why?
When this motherfucker shoots up a place.
No, when I was 14 years old, that was the only time I tried to legitimately kill myself because I was afraid of the world and I thought everyone was demons and I thought the devil was coming to get me, and that's what all these scars on my arm are. And when I was 28 years old.
How old are you now?
Or 27, 28. I'm 28 now. 27, I tried to hang myself because I was on a medicine called Seroquel, which made things not real. Like, it made everything seem like a dream, and the only way out was to kill myself. So it's like I wanted this to be funny, and you guys just made it really dark. Mine is purely like the design of life is flawed and broken. Humans are a toxic, sick wreck that don't have the needs to help themselves and save themselves. That's why they're going to destroy themselves. And if you have any kind of awareness, you are helpless against the situation and power of others, and the design of life is unknown. That's why people should be going. I moved to Jersey City when I was. I moved to Jersey City. I know. I moved to Jersey City when I was a teenager, and my whole thing was I was going to be a musician. But something that bothered me is you're like, how close have you been to killing something? And it's like, what do I do if I'm put in a situation that I don't control? If all I'm saying is peace and love, let's be civil, peace and love, and someone still, like, let's say a group of 5 people come to me, then I have to act how I have to act, and like then it's lose for me because I either go to jail, I don't have a future with my girlfriend, and I fuck up comedy, and I fail like if I was supposed to have a purpose. So it's almost like I see that. So
you're afraid you're gonna fucking kill someone in self-defense?
Yeah, not afraid, just
like
sad. I'm not afraid of it. I'm just sad.
You're saddened by it.
Yeah, because I can't control it. It just seems like it's just fake. I don't know.
When's the last time you spoke to your mom?
Like a few years ago or something.
You don't know if your mom was religious growing up?
No, we don't. Like that's the thing.
When did you stop talking to them?
Like when I was 17 years old, I was kind of out of the house, so it's like we'd see each other maybe a couple of months, and then it turned to a couple of years.
Boy, they were probably fucking high-fiving
every time.
No, but it's like I just like I love them, but it's like we have nothing to talk about. Like we'll sit at a diner and be like, "So, you see any good movies lately?" Yeah, so it's like, all right.
They want to talk
21st, dude.
Go.
Just watch
Have a couple beers.
Just drink a
sit
couple
back
beers,
with the
watch
bros,
a game,
start
dude.
sucking each other off.
No, you
see
don't.
How many dicks in
why
your
are
hand
you
you can
hating
get?
on your people?
I'm not. You know what? Only betas fuck women. Real alphas can fuck dudes too.
I like it.
Just watch one game, dude. Just
I watched
chill.
the Super Bowl.
Nice. What'd you think?
I saw this huge
shit.
owl, and he goes, "Oh, I thought this was the superb owl." See, why is it people are entertained when I talk about mass murder, child raping, but I can't make puns? I want to be a pun comic. People determine your fate. If I just started doing puns, everyone would hate me. If I was talking about murder, everyone would be like, "Oh my God, Randy, you're so fucking amazing because life's predetermined. We're all governed by God and fate that we can't control."
Do you do that do you go to mics and say that shit?
Not so much anymore.
I was gonna say, you had to get banned from everything, right?
A little
How many
bit.
mics are you banned from?
I don't know. And this is, again, things that make me hate the world more and really drive in, like you said, the manifesto are, I was banned from so many mics and I was seen as like the outcast because I thought people should just be real and like you for you. But then I was on the Legion of Skanks and for whatever reason, that means something to people. So they're like, "Oh, dude, you can come back to our mic. Oh, we realized it was a mistake banning." So I was like, "Fuck you guys. You're fake as shit."
And then you came back and they're like, "Hey, we realized it was a mistake inviting you back. We kicked you out for a reason."
No, it's almost like why, like, I really thought being single, people would think that I was cool or just like me because I was intelligent or I was funny or I was entertaining. But then I have this, like you've said, a hot chick next to my arm who makes money and pays my bills. That somehow gives me some sort of stature. That's why I hate men more than women. Because women would like me for me, but man sees me as like, "Oh, he must be some guy to listen to because he gets paid money to put his dick in strange women." So it's like, it makes me just hate the world more and more, that it's just fake and it's egocentric and it's governed by this superficial existence that doesn't mean anything. It shouldn't matter. Like, how does me putting my dick in over 100 women matter the character of whether I'm a good person or not? How does that make me stronger or tougher or
I feel
intelligent?
like that was a humble brag right there. Can I?
No,
be
it
honest
wasn't,
with you guys?
because I don't give a fuck about
I
that
feel
shit.
like he just dropped down a little braggadocious moment, right?
This is the shit I'm talking about.
Yeah,
this is why I go crazy because
you're
people,
the man, dude. That's
people,
sick.
no, I'm not. I don't give a fuck about that shit, and I don't see why the
that's the
world
shit,
does
dude.
either.
It is pretty badass.
No,
dude.
it's not.
Yo, you're the man.
It's fucking
Look,
pathetic.
Random is just a jock stuck in this body.
No, it's horrible.
Yo, have
That
you ever
fucking-
watched football? Why don't you start watching some sports?
I bet you Random is just all he is a shower, a haircut, and a couple football games away from being a
close,
dude.
Just watch a game.
No, because this is what makes me so sick. This is why women manipulate. This is why women are child rapists, because guys don't value their sex. They're like, "Oh shit, you crush puss. That's awesome, man. That's great." And it's like that instinctually builds an ego towards sex. When sex is something sacred, sex is something emotional. It's something mental.
what are you
It's a
talking about?
spiritual
You're
That's what he
slapping
tells those
people's
bitches right
tits.
before he smashes their pussies.
Yeah,
Am
what
I
are you
right?
talking
Fuck
about?
yeah, Rando. Knuckle it up, baby boy.
I can't because
You
it's
can.
against. No, I don't give a fuck. I wanted to. That's why when I was on the show the first time, I wanted people to think I was a virgin and an incel, and I didn't have any girlfriends and shit like that because I didn't want that weird
That
little.
would have been a tough sell.
But it seems like it fits me because everyone who commented on the video like, oh, this guy's never been around hot women. Like beauty's the only thing that matters. This is like literally like you're right. This is why I'm not going to. But if I would, it would be because of how superficial, how materialistic.
If you were gonna what?
Go on a hugging spree and just hug people and give them kisses and say, "Let Christ be with you."
I would rather you shoot me than kiss me.
Like I am now because I didn't sleep. Like that's what I was gonna do there. I couldn't sleep, and then I was just like, I'm acting as my own lawyer.
Yeah, you're probably nervous because the judge was gonna like split up your guys' rats.
Yeah.
She was gonna get half your rats.
Well, actually, if I were smart, I would try to marry her because she's the one who would have to pay me alimony, but I wouldn't do that.
Hey,
to a
listen,
woman.
Mr. Random, you are saying that you have a right to all of your dead possum collection.
I don't think I have a right to all my dead possums because it wasn't about the possums, Your Honor. It was about the love. I just feel betrayed. I wasn't in it for the possums. I could fuck so many other women and get possums.
Easily.
I was about the love, not the possums.
Possums
or
are
rats.
the weirdest animals in the world.
I'm a fan.
I think sloths
Where
are.
did you grow up?
Yeah, there's some possums.
Some possums
There's
on the train
possums
track.
That sounds impossible,
There was,
you guys. Fuck yeah! Yes!
I liked it. Crushed it.
Oh, but speaking of, we have a documentary, Who Killed Comedy, and it's honestly the best work of comedy I've ever done because I'm better just on the street, just talking to people. And we filmed for like 4 days in New York just interviewing people, and it's like an hour long, and it's good. And I don't know why we don't release it. She says she needs more pieces together. But the trailer is up on whokilledcomedy.com. I'm just interviewing people about political correctness and about social... Oh. MarkRandom.com. You can find that there.
Yeah, put the trailer on. Yeah, and we'll end with the trailer for Who Killed Comedy, the documentary, which will be out very soon.
I mean, that's the thing is we're...
Jesus Christ.
All right, there we go.
Rapping about
The positive aspects of slavery and the Holocaust.
Give me a list of the people that are trying to prevent you from doing comedy.
Do you want an actual list?
Yeah.
The fucking FBI's investigated me, kicked in my door, the ATF along with them, and detectives, social justice warriors, feminists, alt-right members, basically anyone with some sort of political stance where they take life seriously. What the hell happened to real comedians? I don't see that anymore. If you ever come back here, you can't do that again. I'm never going to do that. I'll never come back here. No, I just want to know why. Because you ask women about comedy. I cannot do that. I've seen women ruin comedy. Don't we all put up with shit and we have to deal with it as individuals and not put a pussy hat on and blame an entire group of people? That kind of sounds like the Klan if you ask me. Put a hat on and blame a group of people for your problems. Oh my god, you're in a comment. Fuck you. Look at you. Fuck you. Oh, really? Really? Fuck you. Suck my dick.
Pause it.
You're equal opportunity offenders.
Equal opportunity.
That chick was hot, though.
It was actually random. It was pretty good.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, that was pretty good, man. That was cool.
I like it.
That was really neat.
I just slurred a bunch of words and
That's a
kept
fucking
falling
neat
off the
thing.
beat.
Nah, that was
Too
good,
fucking
dude.
early.
That was fucking good.
I liked it. See, like, you don't have that many talents. What do you do, Shane?
I fucking don't do anything, bro.
He's an amazing comedian. I could never do what he does.
Thanks, man.
I saw him kill at Skankfest on the level of fucking Dan Soder, Mark Norman, Rich Voss. You're up there. I don't know why they put
Bro.
you in the fucking
You're
like
up there.
lower levels of the Gas Digital. You belong up there.
Poof.
I know. I see it. I fucking
you
see
love
it.
Mark Random now.
I
see?
do. I've always liked Random.
It's not that a lover.
I've
I'm not,
always.
dude. I'm not trying to flatter you. I'm saying the truth.
Thanks,
That's all
bro.
I do. And you belong up there with the fucking the Big J Okerson.
Fuck yeah, dude. No, I've always liked Random.
Tone. It's actually I'm more proud of that than like my fucking comedy album. My comedy album's decent, but there's
I thought
parts.
you said
where,
you've been doing stand up for 6 months.
yeah,
He's got a
Doing
double album.
double
A double album?
2 hours of comedy.
2 hours.
Yeah. You're naturally funny when you're in that comfortable, free flowing
course.
energy, and you're not funny when you're like in this tense, like, and then you're trying to be funny. It just, your jokes fall flat. And it's like when you're chill and relaxed, like, and you can consistently do that.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, this is yeah, you were fucking. Do you have fun? Did you have fun doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was cool, man.
Yeah.
It's fun. I had a good time. I thought it was a great show.
Yeah.
I love
Lizzie had a good time. Look, she wants to just suck your cock off your body.